Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. It is a Monday. I'm going to sign in right now. Monday, what is it actually? It's June 12th. Okay, getting to be, you know what? There is no even summertime trading anymore. You can do it all right here. You know what I mean? We have the Fed coming out on Wednesday. I said it's a Monday morning. There's some good movement, some stock picking, but there's probably going to be some chop until then. We haven't really have we've been having somewhat of smooth sailing, if you will, of news, meaning not a lot of binary moves that are affecting the market. It could happen this week. Like I said, Monday morning, always the most important at TradeGATEHub. I will sign in and just like the same as everybody else. Thank you for participating, everybody, and everybody posting over the weekend, Gerard as well, and the such. Okay, so I started posting last evening. I'm going to make this brief because for those that are new, Monday morning is the most amount of data that I put out, always remembering that it's always quality over quantity. So if anybody did miss that or miss anything, or if you did miss Coach's 9:30 daily interview or webcast, which I would look at this 80, is this an hour ago? 86 views for Coach. More and more. Last Monday, good, bravo, Coach. You know what? First of all, it's due to Coach's consistent content, but also the back office push by our marketing team, as you may or may not be aware. You should be aware if you have any one of our social media feeds of the push that we're making with content, because as we're growing, just like we're able to make TradeGATEHub free, the same thing we're allowed to have, as TradeView Markets grows, we're allowed to have a team under us, and that makes it for more exposure and more viewers. As we said, we're approaching 3,000. Thank you for the team underneath. But if you missed anything, go to the red YouTube button. Besides TradeGATEHub being free, it's our second best amenity. We'll go in Monday, and we always start the trading week off with Helene's charts. It's a tradition. It's the least we could do because Coach has gotten Helene on a couple of times. Helene, by the way, has a resume, regardless of gender, that I would have given up or signed up for any moment, including now at this point. So we're lucky to have had her on and lucky to have Coach even have, being in the same pool, if you will. So here's I always like to post Helene's data on a Monday morning because it really gives you a macro view of the charts. There's a macro view of energy, healthcare, metals, all the charts. And I want to give you the bigger picture before narrowing in. And by the way, narrowing in is when I left off posting everything. For those that don't want to hear the hyperbole, that, whatever type of news, it's not even hyperbole. I pay a lot of money collectively to get all these Goldman Sachs feeds, JP Morgan, Citibank, the positioning sentiment. So trust me, it's not, this is what we do, but I leave it off with all movers and with, Friday movers with range and volatility. So even for the active trader that doesn't care about, I have to care about a Fed number. That's important going into it, but the everyday inertia of macroeconomic news but people just want to trade stocks, price action, and movers. I get it. I know a lot of people that do it well. For me, over 26 years now, I get curious why things are moving now. I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I want to know why. So getting back, there really is the reason why. All right, getting back to the larger charts with Helene, please do it over your own time, study them. They're not going to change much today. Market's not doing much. Short-term sentiment, okay. So oil still took a dip. Tech is up, so it's stock pick. It's unchanged. Parvic, Goldman sentiment indicator. Pardon me, it's stretched, but you know what? It could be stretched in technology. They could take profits in technology, and buy the team. Buy the Russell, the small caps, or even the consumer staples. Okay, here are the catalysts for the week. This was by the Goldman Equity guide. Next week brings the most active macro calendar of the summer. All right, that's what you have to know. This week, most active macro calendar of the summer. And it's good that I'll be in the TradeView New York City office Thursday. I'm actually going away next week, but here it is. This is the this is the roadmap. And like I say, for those that want to just trade around it, trade before it. For those, there's the map there. Like I usually make the analogy, those that really are good pool players or good golfers playing, one or two shots after, not just happy that they happen to get lucky and hit a ball and go, ooh, and the white ball winds up, know how to place the cue ball. So you have to know how to dance around this because you know what? It's the most okay. Even if the number is not important, which they are, they're going to use this as an excuse for volatility because this is the most active calendar a week of the summer. They're going to use this as an excuse for volatility, believe me. So here it is, CPI Tuesday morning, FOMC Wednesday, China economic data, my God. All right, so go into it. You write it down. CFTC weekly report, read it. Goldman conversations with clients. I'm not a Goldman client, neither. If somebody is, bravo, then I'm being redundant. But this is, we pick up the phone. This is a letter, or open the mail or email these days. This is what you're getting. Okay, sector sentiment. It's self-explanatory. Something's getting me here. Pardon. All right, I see it. It's all right. All right, sector sentiment. Okay, Sharpies. Okay, keep in mind here. And this is all, by the way, from or taken from, I posted a lot where it comes from. But if anybody doesn't know, I posted from this the Twitter private Jesus feed, which anybody is welcome to join. It's it's a paid service, but I don't take much, and when I do, I obviously post where I'm getting it from because I'm not here to pilfer. I'm here to actually help. So Sharpies once again did the opposite of hedge funds last week. Sharpies, a small guys, sharp guys. They took off exposure. They took the profits. And the opposite, hedgies or hedge funds, Sharpies once again did the opposite of hedge funds. Yeah, and hedge funds are adding. Here's the positioning. NASDAQ. They're underweight the NASDAQ. They're still overweight overweight the S&P. Okay. Mike Wilson, he's the only one remaining. It's not a freaking bull yet. That might be bullish or bearish. Regional bank insect overdone. Look at the insider trades. HedgeMine, Oprah, good call. P-Rod had a double in it. Goldman, the Goldman bear capitulates that one. What's what you want to see? When he says there it is, zero hedge, he means it. When everybody's in the pool and says, okay, the recession's over, that's when it's time to flip. You know what I mean? So the Goldman guy, the Goldman guy would be either Tony P or Costin. And the last one would be Mike Wilson, who I just posted it before. He's taking his stronger bearish stance. Tesla, and this is important. I said here, it's an obvious but a crucial reminder, as I had said before. There'll be a lot of social media focus this week on CPI and the Fed. The market reaction is always important in the news. Expect ranges, know what you're buying. You know what I mean? It just, don't be throwing darts and focus on winners. Winners are usually winners for a reason, and they usually are winners. Usually, when the winners are somewhat matriculate quickly into winners, the sooner they're winners, they usually stay winners. Seriously, a reminder: do this. I mean, this is up to the NASDAQ, the TNA. The Russell was down this morning. Now it's up. So keep an eye on it, especially with this. VIX is in single digits. You know what I mean? What are you going to do with the VIX? Actually, look at the VIX right now. I'll show you my screen. And the VIX is the best. The best trade has been fading the VIX if the market opens. Here's the VIX, at least the product that I trade. VIX was strong this morning. You know what I mean? It had a pop. Matter of fact, it took a 3 to a 3. At least took out Friday's high. Now here it is coming to a gap with volatility. If it stays there, listen, it doesn't mean the market's going to fall apart. It doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of reversals. You know what I mean? The moves, the volatility has been taken out. It doesn't mean the strength or weakness has been taken out. It's a confusion with that. That's why I don't like trading the product. No respect to our friend, longtime friend, Danny Giza. The disconnect between small and large cap is one of the most significant in history. Yet another milestone meeting, another milestone hitting. And I'm not talking about some obscure thing where maybe the mining stocks are, the Russell against the small between the Russell, the small between the small and the large caps. It's like the difference between your left and your right foot. That's a major situation. Largest in history. Again, go again there. Economic data always pointed. Economic calendar or the data, earnings data, going too fast. What I'm interested in earnings. Oracle, I'm interested in. Lennar, interested in. Jabil, I'm interested in. Adobe. So there's a couple that are going to move. Biopharma. Okay. Let's get into the Beirut, guys. Okay, everybody's posting. It was active this morning. So listen, what's the plan? Well, bottom line is here. Here's my screen. Now I'll get into what's going on here. The stock picking, okay? They took up Carvana this morning. Well, hold on a second here. What am I? I'm actually up in something. There's the charts. Where are my charts? I don't know what my charts are. What am I down in? What's Chewy? What the hell happened to my charts? Give me a second. I apologize. I don't know where they went, and this is an issue. I can't do much without charts. Anyway, Carvana, where did that go? I covered that well. Well, you know what? I'll just go to the main. Let's look and see what the wise guys are doing because that's most important. Okay. Zoom, repeat barring into calls. OVV energy name, beaten down energy name. Energy's weakest today. PBR, DAR, save. SoFi hot. Gerard pointed out this morning. This is the revival group. Look at them all. I knew he was going to point that to LC. I'm surprised Gerard didn't ask me about LC yet, but you know what? He's probably hasn't a good enough opinion where he probably knows what I'm even going to say or knows what he's going to do with himself with LC. Intel bullish. Why not? Intel. I don't have it's an issue with my freaking charts. Intel seeing some flow. Again, what's not seeing some flow? My charts are not seeing some flow. Charts. Okay, Intel bullish. What a move. Intel's the one today. They're going out till August. They really swept up this August line. Intel, August calls, flying. Amazon. That's it, guys. Marvell, Taiwan Semi. Anything else on the feed? Anybody need to know anything? Coin still going down. Good call by Coach. I covered it like at 51 this morning. It's 50.5. All right, I'll leave it at that. It's a long week. Remember the playbook. Once again, whatever you do, not the one thing you have to have through this most volatile economic calendar of the summer is have a TradeView Markets demo. Anybody needs to ask anything, get on the site. We have known for our even more so than for our first class service in financial instruments and product, because you know what? It's developed by, including myself. It's developed by traders for traders. And so we get it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, is enjoy the rest of the day. Trade well, trade prudently, have a plan. We'll see you in the room. I'm here all day. Cheers.